Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. This is your brother and servant, the wellness preacher, aka Brother Kadir, aka Mr. No Excuses, aka Mr. Fight for Life. Just want to share a few words with you. Had to start pre-recording videos because the live feed doesn't pull through with my service, and it's just a waste of time to keep striving to go live. And so I won't do that. I'll just share these videos pre-recorded and upload them as as needed. So, um, long live Nip, of course. You know, God is rising. Let's get to it. Stay focused. Uh, so I wanted to talk about parenting in the sense of being involved and doing the best that you can. Parenting where you understand that you given the best that you can, all that you can, like consistently. You really, not saying that you are perfect, you were perfect, just saying that you did it. Your part, supporting your child to the best of your ability. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even if that's doing nothing but providing the bare necessities of food, clothing, shelter, some extracurricular activities or not. You know, uh, you have some parents who do the in-depth research on the foods that they should give their children, the environment that they should raise their children, and the programs available to their children. This research in school, seeing if that school has what their child needs to succeed. And I'll be honest with you, I never did all that. Like, that wasn't my field. My wife took care of that. She did the research and she looked into those things. So I know the value and the effort that it takes. I also know how her and Sister Karen spent hours, days visiting different schools and researching and asking questions, literally interviewing. And I was like, wow, that's really, that takes a lot of time and it's really needed. We shouldn't just throw our children into any school. So anyway, however, this generation of children that we are raising, that we're seeing before us, is magnificent. Their strength, their tenacity, their desire. I mean, even in their desire to do nothing is powerful. We got to, of course, deal with that and change that to the best of our ability. However, we have to still see the good in our youth today and understand that they can make it through anything. They could transform from any circumstances that they've been placed in. And if you're familiar with the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you will know about the tribe of Shabazz. And if you don't know about the tribe of Shabazz, you should go and research the tribe of Shabazz and get a better understanding of who we are and why we have the ability, the tenacity that we do as a people. But you add the technology with that, which is a part of our essence in and of itself, if you understand it. These children have path, and just like you had a path, just like I have a path, we have things that we have to go through. And yeah, sometimes after we've gone through some things, we realize, like, damn, you know what? Had I had to listen to my elders, I would have been able to avoid this situation. However, you didn't listen, and you still was able to get through the situation and become a better you to be able to look back at what the situation now. So originally I planned on making this a short video and just dropping it in because some of us don't have the attention span to receive certain things, and that can be a burden sometimes to the speaker because we want to make sure that we're able to effectively deliver a message in a timely manner. However, we should not have to dumb ourselves down or continuously burden ourselves with pleasing us our people that we're serving, when in reality the messages that we're hearing is not the same. We have individuals who's been teaching these messages for years, going way back beyond and past Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, and we still are here of not paying attention to the gifts and the talents and the things that we can do with the time that we do have on this earth. So many of us live our lives trying to control others that we don't realize how much we are preventing them and ourselves from accessing the path of our purpose. Some of our children may die young. That is true. Some of our children may be homosexual. Some of our children may become addicted to drugs or alcohol. Some of our children may become deeply involved in gangs, and some of our children may be handicapped. There are many conditions and situations that our children, who we rather planned or unplanned their lives, have to understand that we're not in control of them, as well as we have to accept the fact that they have a purpose, and we can stunt their ability to see their purpose if we're continuously only looking at them as they are rather than as they shall be. We have many examples before us that can help us to understand what our children are dealing with. And I'm using the term children continuously because we have to understand that we are all children, right? And yes, we have born, those of us that have born children understand on a different level. However, that does not mean those who have not born children don't understand on a similar or the same level. I bear witness to that ability. And but I'm using the term children because I am a father, I am an uncle, I am a teacher, I am a brother, so on and so forth, right? But in all of those attributes, the best way to access our Father is as a child. So I'm saying children on a higher level, if you understand. I'm not using the term child loosely in the sense of those who I have born, you have born. No, I'm talking about your mother, our elders. I'm talking about my mother, their elders. I'm talking about us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So, but understand when that term is used that way as well. Because if so anyway, just pay attention. Just pay attention for a few more minutes. So we have many examples, and I know a lot of us have been turned away from reading anything. And I also understand that those of us that did read or have read the Bible or different scriptures or different theologies, sometimes shun away or don't like to bring up or talk about Bible in a sense of belief, and that's fine, because I don't believe in everything that's in the Bible myself. However, I do understand principles, morals, values, understandings, lessons, so wherever there's a lesson for me to gain, for me to empower myself, I do my best to use it and take advantage of it and see it as that. Because if you try to get into all this extra stuff, this like religion and who's right and who's wrong, you will miss the point. You will miss the point. Period. You will miss it. And we can spend a lot of time missing the point because of our emotional connection, our involvement to our children, to our community, to others. And from my understanding today, that is a waste of time. Seriously. We have to realize that once our children are able to make decisions for themselves, we have to trust that we have given them enough tools to make the best decision. And if they are not presenting their full potential to us at that moment, we should not be stuck judging them as if a period has been placed in their life. Even in death, we still have power. Even in death, we still have power. We still have the ability to affect others. However, it depends on how we live our lives. If your child or my child becomes opinionated or, let's just say they don't want to live with you no more and they have the option to go be with the other parent. Oh, I can speak on this because I went through this. When me and my son's mother separated, he came with me from day one. And I did the best that I can do with the knowledge and abilities that I had at that time. And when you're young, as the Bible say, as a child, you do things and you see things and you respond to things as a child. So a lot of my time was preoccupied doing survival, you know what I mean? Searching for the funds to take care of the household, whether it was through legal or illegal methods, as well as still striving to improve myself because I started going back to school in pursuit of getting my GED and finding out what it was that I wanted to do in life. So it's a real combination of things as usual. It's part of life, right? So, for me, experiencing my child not wanting to be around me, it made me feel low. It made me feel like, wait, hold up. I'm working hard, doing the best I can. And, one time I had a overnight job and I remember hearing my son talk. He was about like 3 or 4. He was talking like, he was young and he was on the phone, I think he was on the phone with his mom, with Tasha. He was saying like, oh, my dad, he just sleeps all day, and that hurt me, although I was working overnight and, working overnight in a warehouse ain't no easy work. You feel me? But he don't understand that. So being that, although I knew the facts and knowing that I even knew that he didn't understand, it still bothered my ego and my pride that I really shouldn't even have had, right? So in that moment, I quit my job. Like, I'm about to quit. Like, my child is unhappy with the results. So I gotta do something, right? So what I do? Quit. I'm telling you the true story. I quit my job working at Rite Aid in Lancaster, California. And I quit my job. And this is around the time. Remember, this is around the time Johnny Cochran had just passed. So I remember this timeline very well. So anyway, I'm sharing that so that I hope that my point is validated when saying and not only was it that statement that he made, because I forgot to add this part. He was saying he wanted to go spend time with his mom. He wanted to go be with her because I was always asleep. And that that also played a part in the decision that I made to quit the job. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, damn, like, what? I'm the one that's here. Why you want to be with her? Like how? Like, I'm putting in the work. I'm here with you. I'm putting in the work. I'm here with you. That was my thinking, right? So even now today, I can still look back at that and say, well, damn, like maybe, and I have learned honestly, like sometimes we are here with our child. Sometimes we are present with our child, but we're not present with our child because of life circumstances, because of our own mental illnesses that we have. And I'm going on record to say that every last one of us have a mental illness. If you have been through life for an hour, you have a mental illness because this world will come after you full force. I don't care what your circumstances is. So if you have gone through life for an hour, you got it. I hope you're still with me. So our children, us, we have to understand that not only are they themselves, they possess, pay attention to me, pay attention, they possess the best part of us. I'm not done yet. They possess the best part of us present actively in us during conception. Let me break that down for you. If you was thugging it out as the man, if you was thugging it out, you on the block, you pistol slinging, you the gutter of the gutters, and you conceive a child by a woman that loves you as you are at that time, for who you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, that woman receives your seed under that mentality. She's going to reproduce that. Pay attention. I know what I'm talking about. Now, if you bore a child under the mentality of peace, under the mentality of purpose, or you just wanted to bear a child with intentions. You thought about things. You put time into the name. You really knew what you wanted to produce, and the man as well knew what he wanted to produce. Whether y'all talked about it or not, if he had it in his soul what type of child he wanted you to bear for him in the state of mind that he was in. Let's say he's in a studious state of mind. That's it. He's just in a studious state of mind. He's studying everything, right? That's what that woman is going to reproduce. Now let's add into their entrepreneurial. That's what that woman is going to produce. Now, here's the little kink or the twist. Here's the kink or the twist dealing with the breeding aspect that I'm talking about with mating. If the potential is there enough, God can still extract it from those parents, whether active or inactive potential is being used. I hope you understand that. So whether these parents, these individuals are actively using their potentials to the best of their abilities or not, God can still extract from them the full potential as if in an active state and bring it out in their child that they bore or bear. Choose the word, place it grammatically where you choose. Again, I know what I'm talking about. I mean, you can see a glimpse of what I'm talking about in two examples. Frank Lloyd Wright, mother, what she did intentionally to bear her son, and what he did with his life. Then look at Malcolm X's parents. This is just quick, simple examples. Malcolm X's parents was followers of Marcus Garvey. A lot of people don't even know that simple fact right there. Malcolm X's biological parents were followers and active members of the Garveyite movement. Like they were active. They wasn't just like I was gonna say it wasn't like little people, but their name was Little. So anyway, they were some hitters on the squad basically. And then look at the child that they conceived, Malcolm X. And we got Malcolm X Day coming up here soon, but we're gonna put that out on a different platform for you. Pay attention. Now, I'm gonna finish this, man, because this is going longer than I've expected, and I don't even know if we're gonna be able to upload it all the way. So let me go ahead and shut this down. We're gonna do a part 2 to this. If time permits. I'll put that out there. We're just gonna put a little challenge in it, but we're gonna just put it out there and see how the response goes. So, man, may Allah bless you all to have taken something from these words. I will that I'm able to use my voice a lot better to serve you and our community, and to just plant as much seeds into the universe as possible, so that we can begin to produce more of our giants and leaders, and just continually change the tempo of the mental that's going on right now, especially during conception. All right, so again, this is your brother and servant, the wellness preacher. Assalamu alaikum.